David Hamilton here, Evolutional.com. So I've spent a lot of tonight making some raving and ranting videos. Now I'm going to make a more chilled out video. It's going to be Om Zen. Being free to succeed in life the way that you want. There are two groups of people who have helped me find freedom in my thinking to undo all the ways I realize I've been conditioned up to this point. And we're all conditioned, right? Socially conditioned. For instance, I think it's good that we're conditioned to know where to go to the bathroom. Okay? We're conditioned to have respect for each other, not bump into each other in the street, stuff like that. I think that's pretty good. But then all the conditioning that happens that prevents us from succeeding the way that we want to in life on our own terms, all that kind of conditioning that gets in the way. You can't just, go out there and try to get a job in a corporation without a college degree. Well, does it increase your chances? I guess. But think about all the limiting things that have happened because people have said that. So, one thing that I've come to learn before I get to the two groups of people that have really influenced me that I'll talk about is that we have the concept of all these people here in the middle. The norm, right? All the people with college degrees, right? Okay, they all get the job and they all follow the mold. And then you have blips out here, but outliers. And I see those outliers as ones that push the edge of human evolution. Evolution is about ever evolving. And I listened to a coach once, an audio program by a coach, and he doesn't even speak English well. But he's a brilliant man because he says, I want to know about the people that are outside the norm. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about just being good. We're talking about being great. We're not talking about just following the curve or, being normal. A lot of times only psychological approaches say, well, you need to do this and just to be normal and be okay and be in the middle. Fuck that. Screw it. Let's look at the more interesting things, the blips outside. The people that got jobs and became CEOs without a college degree, okay? Because they didn't let the limits of what you're supposed to do hold them back. Here we go. I'm turning into a rant and rave again. I got this juju, I guess, tonight. So I want to mention the two groups of people that have helped me become more free and see this. Besides cool coaches like John, I can't remember his name right now. He's got a program called Maverick Mindset. Maverick Mindset. Get it, listen to it. It's awesome. Anyways, the first group is spiritual teachers that come from an Eastern tradition. That come from one that has to do with consciousness being an unfolding and that we are extensions of that consciousness. Fundamentally as human beings, and being free of thought and being held by thought and not resisting the flow of the universe and the flow of life. As woo-woo as that may sound, that shit has really impacted me to free up my thinking and to find new levels of fulfillment that I didn't experience before by just using psychology, by trying to use affirmations and stuff like that. A deep contemplation and understanding of reality fundamentally, and that everything is okay. There is no right and wrong, really. Sure, we have our human right and wrong morals, and if we go outside those, there's going to be consequences between each other as humans, but outside of that, everything is okay. First group. The second group, comedians. I'm not kidding. Comedians like George Carlin, Bill Hicks. These guys have figured stuff out by looking at the insanity by making fun of and looking at the insanity of what we do as human beings, but also you'll notice as they got older, they have a message, or as they advance in their comedy, there's a message underneath that they see through the matrix of social conditioning, societal stuff, whatever. They see it, they get it, and they're free to express it. Their freedom of expression is amazing. I think it's with a lot of comedians. But with these guys, it's almost like they're philosophical comedians in a sense. They really, there's something different about them. So go on YouTube. All kinds of teachers. I love Eckhart Tolle. There's a teacher named Ganjaji, a woman. I love her stuff. George Carlin, Bill Hicks. Search around, find stuff. Find stuff that's simpler and contemplates a little more deeply. They'll throw in humor, but it's not just this like technique-based stuff, okay? Techniques are great, but techniques are never the way. If you've ever heard the analogy of the finger pointing at the moon, it's a Buddhist analogy that here's the way. And if I say, oh, well, the finger's going to get me there, and I just focus on the finger, and I want to get to the moon, I have to go here and look at the moon and forget about the finger. The finger just is a reminder. That's like a technique of EFT, energy psychology, even meditation. Even meditation is not the way to the big E if we want to talk about enlightenment, okay? That's what I have come to know. So whether you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear, or I'd just love to hear your thoughts. Let's all love each other and not have a debate and not disagree or agree. Well, actually, I don't care. You can do what you want. Okay, until next video, David Hamilton from Evolution. Take care. Bye.